What's up everyone, welcome back to a brand new video. During the last part, we saw the ending of Dragon Ball and started to get a little bit into Z. Granolah noticed a spaceship heading towards Earth, and little did he know, Raditz was about to appear. We entered the Saiyan saga in this part, but how's it going to go differently this time? For this video, let's set a like goal of 3,500 likes. If we hit that, I'll continue with another part of the series. Anyways, let's pick up from here. Goku gets to the island, ready for the reunion. And instead of everyone being happy to see him, they're a little bit concerned, especially Granolah. Goku's wondering why everyone's acting like this. And Granolah explains. He saw a spaceship approaching Earth, and from what he could tell, there was a power on it, a pretty strong one. The reason he was concerned too is because the space pod looked familiar. He remembered, back on his planet when the Saiyans arrived, they used similar space pods. Goku immediately could tell what Granolah's implying, but that makes no sense, the Saiyans are dead. Granolah told him he was the only one that survived, and Granolah said that's what he thought. This might not be that, this might be something else. But the space pod is even the exact same one that they arrived in. And Goku then senses that power. It's coming right towards them. It definitely feels malicious. And before they can even decide whether or not they should go check out the power, that power comes right to them. It's Raditz. He is another Saiyan. But how did he find them? How did he survive? And why is he here? Raditz is a bit confused too. He knew Kakarot was here, but who's this other guy? He clearly doesn't look like an Earthling. And Raditz tells them who he is. He's Kakarot's brother. Okay, wait, that might be good because remember what Bardock did. That was Goku's father. He saved them. Maybe Raditz is here for a good purpose? And the more he talks, the more they realize that's not true. It's so weird. How is he acting so different from Goku? Goku is such good-natured. Even Bardock, with his flaws and all, he at least did make some right choices towards the end of his life. Granolah only has assumptions of what his life was like beforehand. But Raditz, he just seems like a normal Saiyan. Alright, well, if they don't want to join him, he's gonna have to force them to join him. Specifically Kakarot, he doesn't care about anyone else here. He grabs onto Gohan quickly and flies away, telling Kakarot that if he wants his son back, he'll have to kill a bunch of people and bring them to Raditz. Both Goku and Granolah launch towards him. And quickly, Raditz throws Gohan up into the air, sticking both of his hands out, launching beams at each of them, flinging them far away into the ocean. He catches Gohan and then flies away. Granolah immediately calls for Oatmeal to try and track down Raditz. But Goku says there's no need for that. Gohan had a Dragon Ball in his head. They just need to use the Dragon Ball radar. Angrily, he calls for Nimbus. Everyone else on the island tells him to be careful, but Goku says it'll be okay. He'll save Gohan. He has Granolah on his side too. And Krillin even offers to join along. He can't just sit by while the two of them fight this guy. Goku basically makes a makeshift airplane. He hops onto Nimbus, pulling out his power pole and sticking it out to each side. Krillin grabs onto one end, while Granolah grabs onto the other. And Nimbus flies off. Raditz awaits Kakarot's arrival, and sure enough, he shows up, with two other people. That bald guy and that other alien-looking dude. So, Kakarot's gonna try and fight him. Raditz warns him, that's not gonna go well. He could just join his brother. He should stick close by to his family after all. Imagine what the three of them could do. Him, Kakarot, his son. With their power as Saiyans, they could do so much together. But Goku tells him, he is gonna stick by his family. That's why he's defending Earth. And he tells Raditz too, he already has a brother, Granolah. And Raditz is put off by this and just starts laughing. They are clearly not related. And yeah, they may not be biological brothers, but they still are brothers. And Granolah even tells Raditz his father would be ashamed. Raditz just laughs even more, as if Granolah knew his father. And Granolah asks Raditz, how does he think he got here with Goku? Goku confirms it too. Raditz is annoyed, just getting angrier. That's not a true Saiyan's nature. His father did that? That was just a moment of weakness for him, saving this random other Cerealian or whatever he is. Goku's not a true Saiyan either, and Goku tells Raditz, that's the thing, he's not a Saiyan, he's an Earthling. Granolah says the same thing. Raditz launches towards them, and the two rush in. Immediately, Granolah goes for Raditz's tail. Damn it, Raditz didn't even consider that. He would have already known about the tail being a weak point, not to mention, Granolah could just track weak points anyways. But Raditz should have known. If he's been here with Kakarot all this time, he probably knows more about the Saiyans than he should. As he grabs onto the tail, he lets Goku hold it next, and Raditz shrieks in pain. The two swap places, as Granolah then starts attacking. While Goku holds him still, Granolah does some point-blank sniping, hitting a bunch of vital points around Raditz, and launching some powerful point-blank ki blasts too. And Granolah gives his brother the signal. It's time for their combo move. Turtle School Skeet Shooting. Goku chuckles. He's been waiting to try this out. He flings Raditz up into the air, and the two brothers stand back to back, quickly charging a Kamehameha, launching it upwards, flinging Raditz even higher into the sky. Goku then jumps high up into the sky too, ascending even faster than Raditz, thanks to a foot Kamehameha propelling him. As Raditz continues flying upwards, Granolah starts sniping him. basically leaving him stunned midair. And Raditz watches helplessly as Goku ascends next to him, then flipping above Raditz, kicking him downwards and driving him towards the ground. And as Raditz is launched towards the ground, Granolah jumps up, hitting the final blow midair, hitting Raditz right in a vital point. Raditz crashes down towards the ground. How is he defeated? They weren't even that strong. Their strategy overcame him, and their teamwork overcame him. And in his last breaths, Raditz laughs, telling them the other Saiyans will soon appear. And he's not bluffing. Thankfully, the Saiyans don't know the Dragon Balls this time because no one mentioned them around Raditz. Vegeta and Nappa are actually going to retrieve Kakarot. Considering the fact that they killed Raditz, and there's another alien here, they both seem strong. And Vegeta and Nappa think that they could try one last time to get Kakarot to join them. And if not, well, it'll at least be fun to fight these two. And then take over this planet and give it to Frieza. So now the two brothers have this on their mind. More Saiyans are going to arrive soon enough. Thankfully, Gohan is safe. While the other two fought Raditz, Krillin secured Gohan. He did want to join, as well as help with their combo move, and even though that would have been cool, he didn't really want to get in the way of it. So, what are they supposed to do now? They need to train. They need to prepare for this, and that includes training Gohan too. And Goku turns to Granolah. They need to train for as long as possible. For this entire year, they need to spend that time training. And it then hits Granolah too. If it's an entire year that they're going to be gone, well, he has a kid on the way soon. And if they're going to be training Gohan too, after seeing a little bit of his latent power, he kind of wonders, what would it be like for his kid, a hybrid Cerealian? It's interesting to think about, but if anything, this serves as more motivation for Granolah. He needs to make sure that Bulma and his future child are safe. He was going to protect Earth regardless, but he's just being given more reasons. And Goku thanks Granolah for his help back there. And Granolah scolds Goku for thanking him. Of course he was going to help. It's like Goku said, they're brothers after all. Goku's comforted by this. And he looks to Gohan. Looks like it's his time to shine too. So, what's everyone going to do for training? As for Goku and Granolah, they go to Kami, who suggests they go to King Kai. He's going to have to pull some strings, but considering the circumstances, he probably will be able to. As for Gohan, he's taken to Grandpa Gohan. Grandpa Gohan's glad to take him. It's his namesake after all. He and Roshi will work to train him. They did it for Goku and Granolah after all, so they could train Gohan just as easily. And as for the humans, they'll be training on the lookout with Kami. Chi-Chi and Bulma don't want to see Goku and Granolah go, but they know to ensure the future of Earth that this needs to happen. Chi-Chi's especially angry because Gohan needs to train, but she's more so angry at the Saiyans. The fact that Raditz kidnapped her son? Yeah, you know what? She'll let him train. Gohan will show them who's boss. And Goku's surprised to even see Chi-Chi like this. Thankfully for Granolah, it doesn't take too much convincing for Bulma. He does feel bad leaving and she knows that, but this is more important. The two brothers head off, with Kami taking them to Otherworld, then going across Snake Way. This is going to be a long journey. Now we enter a brief time skip. Over the next year, training everywhere goes pretty well. As for Gohan, he starts developing foundational things as a fighter. But also, Roshi and Grandpa Gohan notice something really interesting. He has brief moments where his power completely flares up. Of course, their training methods aren't nearly as cool as what Piccolo had, so they don't see this too often. But at some points, they notice Gohan's anger boil over, and the power that he displays. It's even more impressive than some of the things that they've seen from Goku and Granolah. That can't be right, that has to be some sort of fluke, but the more they watch, the more they realize he's gifted beyond belief. But it's good. Knowing this, they can actually use it to train him even more, get him accustomed with it, and maybe get him to harness this power. It is going to be a bit tough because their training methods are much more traditional, unlike what Piccolo had. But unlike what happened with Piccolo's training, Gohan's actually going to be a much more confident fighter because he's in a much more safe environment for training. Roshi and Gohan are better as teachers here, and they already do have a connection with Gohan anyways. He knows he can trust them, and he knows he's in safe hands. As for the humans, they all get a lot stronger thanks to training with Kami. And after seeing Raditz, Krillin is a bit concerned. He wonders how strong the other Saiyans will be. If Raditz was that strong, the other two must be really powerful. And as for Goku and Granolah, training on King Kai's planet goes pretty well. It does take a while to get there. And that makes Granolah realize they'll probably have to leave early too to get back in time, so they're not going to be late, which is great. But that also means they do have a few days less to train, which is fine. They did get a great amount of training here on King Kai's planet. Not only were they training in 10 times gravity, but they're learning a bunch of new techniques, specifically the Kaioken and the Spirit Bomb. Granolah's definitely good enough by now to the point where he could learn this technique. He never was bad, but he's always had that looming desire for revenge. After seeing what happened against his planet, he wanted the Saiyans gone. He wanted Frieza gone. Most of the Saiyans aren't gone for good though. It's just him and Goku's rejected his Saiyan nature, but this gives Granolah a lot more comfort. He knows that there's only a few other Saiyans out there, and he knows he's going to defeat them. Eventually he'll be able to find Frieza too, but for now, he can live a much more tranquil life knowing what's coming. The two of them thank King Kai, heading back to Earth much stronger than before, and the two of them arrive on time. Actually a bit early so Granolah can go see his kid. Of course he's still a newborn, and it gives Granolah so much more motivation actually seeing him. And Bulma took it upon herself to name the kid. Granolah did leave after all, so it's kinda her right to name him, and Granolah's fine with that. She gave him the name Trunks, a name fitting with her family. Trunks. Granolah kinda likes that. I kinda did want to give him a different name, but there's not really many other options for underwear names that don't sound weird, like the other names are kinda already used, and I also use boxers in another scenario, so like, what do I call him here, Thong? No, I'm not doing that. I'm just gonna call him Trunks, it's easy. Anyways, now they can head off towards the fight. Goku, Granolah, Gohan, Krillin, Tenshinhan, Chaozu, and Yamcha. Can't forget him. They all encounter the two Saiyans, Vegeta and Nappa. So it is true, there's another alien here, someone from planet Cereal. Well, just so they don't waste time, let's start with a little test first. Nappa deploys the Cybermen, and surprisingly, the person to try and fight some of them is Gohan. Some of them launch towards the Earthlings, while a few of the Cybermen launch towards Gohan himself, and this is a perfect opportunity to showcase his skill. Goku and Granolah are both confident. They've seen what he's capable of, and they've heard from Grandpa Gohan and Master Roshi. Gohan is very talented. His two masters taught him well. He's not scared here and he's harnessed his power. He's known since birth that he's special. Since his parents told him that he's half alien, he's already known this. It's strange, and it somewhat explains his weird powers. And this is how he needs to put them to use. He quickly powers up, defeating the Cybermen with ease. Leaving Vegeta and Nappa speechless, the rest of the Cybermen are defeated as well, but how did a child accomplish that? It must be the innate potential of a hybrid Saiyan. Maybe he's a Super Saiyan or something. They'll keep that in the back of their mind. For now, they need to just kill the rest of these guys, and hopefully drag Kakarot and his brat along with them. If the Cybermen can do the job, well, Nappa's the real deal, so now it's time for him to fight. He steps up, ready to face Gohan, thinking he'll be fun to face, but Granolah jumps in front of Gohan. They're really gonna have this giant guy fight a child? Nappa chuckles, cracking his neck. Well, if this guy has a death wish, he'd be glad to fight him too, and Granolah could easily tell. Nappa's not the real deal. What? Is he mocking Nappa? And Granolah says yeah. He knows Vegeta's the strong one, Nappa's just some lackey. This does exactly what he intended. It pisses Nappa off. Nappa launches towards Granolah, and Granolah quickly powers up. Vegeta's scouter goes off. His power level, over 10,000? If this guy is this strong, how strong is Kakarot? No, this has to be a fluke, but it isn't. Before Nappa could even land an attack, Granolah lands his own, hitting a vital point, stunning Nappa completely. He then knees Nappa in the stomach, sending him flying up into the air. Granolah locks his two hands together, forming a finger gun with 2 fingers from each hand. He charges a massive blast, launching the shot as if he's firing an actual gun. It hits Nappa head on, exploding midair, leaving nothing remaining. They killed Nappa that effortlessly. Whatever, Nappa is so much weaker than him anyways. Vegeta's not going to be scared by this. And he tells them, don't get cocky just because they killed Raditz and Nappa. Granolah was right, Vegeta is the real deal. And they're surprised. He doesn't seem fazed at all that his ally just died. And he isn't. He didn't need Nappa, he didn't need Raditz, he'll just kill them himself. If Kakarot's not going to join him, whatever, they gave him one last chance. He tells Kakarot and that Cerulean. He'll kill them here, he'll pry that child from their hands and raise him to be a true Saiyan. That power of a hybrid Saiyan, that'll be used against Frieza. And he'll succeed in his goal. And Vegeta then turns to Granolah. He'll finish the job that the Saiyans failed at long ago, eradicating the Ceruleans. As for Kakarot, he's low-class scum. He'll be eliminated. Obviously, he strikes a nerve with both of them, threatening to kidnap Gohan, and bringing up Granolah's past, saying that he'll finish the job. The two of them are angered, but they don't let the anger control them. They can't make a bad decision here. The two look at each other, nodding. They probably would do decently well if they fought in base. Remember what I mentioned before, Granolah's power is around 10,000 now. As for Goku, he's actually a bit stronger, 12,000. I feel like this is a reasonable increase. The two of them were stronger from the get-go, and they were training on King Kai's planet together. Having that training partner really did help. But they're not basing this fight on numbers, they need to make a smart choice. And the two agree on what they must do. In unison, they shout Kaioken. This is just for reassurance, and actually it's kinda overkill. One of them with Kaioken alone would be enough. But they use it anyways, briefly doubling their power. And Vegeta's stunned, his scouter explodes. That had to be inaccurate. Granolah was at 20,000, Kakarot 24,000. They're both stronger than him, that's not right. They launch towards Vegeta, and this is where we'll end off for now. So, what did you guys think about this part? And what do you think is going to happen next time? Leave your thoughts and suggestions in the comments below. I'll be sure to check them out to see what you guys think. As always, if you liked the video, be sure to drop a like. And let's try to hit that like goal from the beginning of the video so we can get another part of the series. If you haven't already, why not subscribe? As well as hitting that bell icon so you're notified about any future uploads on my channel, including more parts of the series or any other videos like it. Anyways, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all in my next video.